Greetings everyone! This is Collectibles Euphoria for a fourth doll review of a deluxe talking doll from the movie Inside Out, Anger, inspired by Disney Pixar. Anger is one of the many emotions controlling Riley Anderson's mind, and he represents his animation counterpart very well. Just like sadness, he is also of short stature. However, never be fooled by his appearance, for this little guy has some anger management issues that makes him stand out among the rest of the dolls. Joining the likes of the other emotions in Riley's mind, he embarks on an adventure of a lifetime. So you better hang into your seats for a review of this short-tempered little guy. Stay tuned! Anger is characterized as Riley's hot-tempered side. Interestingly, the color scheme perfectly depicts his temperamental character, and its visual strength lies on its perfect combination of simple yet straightforward elements. His volatile nature somewhat provides his drawing power and, ironically, makes him more appealing. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at its packaging. The box is no different from all other boxes previously described, with of course some minor touches, such as name description and promotional images. Touching his left hand, just like all the other dolls, triggers the light on his face and its sound effects. Similar to Sadness box, the box is also a tad wider, measuring at 4.5 inches in width, and has a shorter length of a little over 8.5 inches comparing to other taller boxes of joy, disgust, and fear. Same description lies on the back of his box, with of course his own promotional image, and also his ability to speak 13 phrases can be found right above the price tag. This doll also retailed at $19.95 US and $22.95 Canadian dollars. Here is Anger right off the bat, and generally speaking, his appearance already clearly defines what his character portrays in the movie. In terms of size, you're looking at about 6 inches high. The build is simple and straightforward, with a predominant use of red plastic for his entire appearance. It's sleek, and sculpted detail is minimal, yet there is still enough to keep things interesting. He doesn't appear to have any rooted hair, with his eyes fixated forward, giving him an angry look. His mouth is twisted downwards, which overall completes his hot-tempered appearance. He wears an office attire with a matching printed necktie. The end of the sleeves are folded to give him a slightly casual look, with the Velcro located right where the necktie is. I do appreciate the fact that they give him a real belt to give the appearance of a layered look, though the end of the belt located on his back is sewed to the pants, which can also be opened on the back with a Velcro. The location of the battery is on the back of his head, and right below it is the location of the switch for the light and sounds, and also right below it is where you can find the speaker. His slacks are folded on the edges to show off his short lower limbs, and though this doll was not provided with detachable shoes, which is my usual gripe for all the other dolls, I find the paint job and sculpted detail of the heel of the shoe sufficient enough to provide the aesthetics of a real shoe. With his wider sole and good head, body, and limb proportions, it is not surprising that this doll can pull off an upright standing stance with no evident loss of balance. Though this doll doesn't have any neck articulation, this doll surprisingly has good remaining articulation in general. Starting off with his right shoulder, he has a ball joint that makes a movement up and down possible, and also allows for a 360 degrees rotation, and shoulder swivel, which is only possible on this doll. His left shoulder has a ball joint, making all range of motion possible in all planes of movement. He also has a ball joint on both sides of his hips, with less evident movements going backwards due to his shorter limbs. Despite of some limited articulation, his motions are fluid with no catch. As always, it comes with a memory ball where you can insert anger moments, or better yet, the inclusion of a picture of anger can be slipped in between the slot to give it a sense of uniformity if you plan on using all the images of the other characters in their memory ball. As a different touch, the location of the attachment, which is usually found on the palm of each doll's left hand, is surprisingly different for anger, where his is located on the side of his forefinger. No balance issues here after the attachment of the memory ball, which is commonly found with the other taller dolls. This deluxe talking doll lives up to the expectation of an enjoyable figure and is well represented using a simple paint job and sculpted details, which captures his ordinary character and appearance. He can balance himself perfectly well, despite of some dynamic movements incorporated on his arms. Its simplicity and sleek appearance give it a nice overall touch, with his angry outburst can be listened to over and over again. But if none of those aspects appeal to you, then there is nothing more that this doll can do to seize your interest. I would still recommend it though, to have a complete set of the Inside Out characters. Though, just don't expect for this doll to pull off dynamic poses, since his build is not meant for that purpose. This doll would be a good addition to all doll collectors, fans of the Inside Out franchise, and Disney Pixar enthusiasts in general. Last to be reviewed is the less courageous of them all, Fear, which will complete all the emotions in this upcoming film. Until then, I will see you all on my next video update. Bye!